everybody. This is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm really excited to show you this one today. It's an upcoming game from Chip Theory, and they gave me an early review copy of it. This is 20 Strong. I'll be doing a full playthrough of one of the sets, Solar Sentinels. This is the one that is boxed with the main components. And I should have a review of the game in another week or two, and then I might also do playthroughs of the Too Many Bones or Victorum sets. Those are the three that are in the first crowdfunding campaign. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also watch our separate streaming channel for even more content, listen to our weekly podcast, or join the conversation on our Discord. So the basic idea of 20 Strong is that you have 20 dice, 17 up here and 3 here. And by the way, this is a pre-production copy of the game, so some of the things aren't quite right. The main one is you can kind of see that like all the opaque color of the dice has settled at one side, and then the rest are kind of like more see-through, and some of the other components aren't quite up to snuff yet. But they are fixing this. This only applies to my like little early copy here and not to the one that's actually going out to backers or retail. And again, this playthrough is going to be of the Solar Sentinels set, which has different characters, different enemies you face, and other cool things going on. But they also gave me Too Many Bones and Hoplomachus Victorum, and these are quite different. I'll talk about that in my review, and again, maybe do another playthrough at some point. Solar Sentinels is kind of the most straightforward one for me, so I think it's the best one to show off the initial system. And the basic idea of the game is that you're going to be using your dice to be facing off against one or more enemies each round. If you fail to defeat some of those enemies, you're going to lose hearts, and if you go down to 0, my character starts with 1, that's great. If you go down to 0 life, then you die. But the enemies will give you rewards if you defeat them, sometimes items you can use over and over again or only once, and often stat upgrades that'll heal your life up, or give you more rolls every turn, or let you get back more of your dice. Because you can spend as many of your dice each round as you want to generally, like all 17 if you want, but you're only getting this many back, which means, that would be a bad strategy. The end goal of the game is to defeat a gnarly boss, and in Solar Sentinels there are 4 of them, but you're not sure which one you're going to face, and some of the cards will let you kind of reveal and change it early. And each of the set also has other challenges. In Solar Sentinels, they have missions. In the basic difficulty, you're going to start with 4 and then get rid of one of them, and you have to complete them in left or right order. Each one you don't complete or choose to abandon during the game will give the boss an extra minion to protect it at the end. And there's a single chip. There's a Chip Theory game with only one chip in the whole thing. And in Solar Sentinels, this is just used as a tracker. Like my first mission is defeat 4 level 2 enemies, so I could just use this to roll it up. Again, early version of the components, the chip won't look like this. It'll be their like normal, shiny, nice version. I'm not sure if the little holder will look like this, but it's like a little magnetized thing. It's pretty cool. And I Sharpied on the black arrow at the top there. This is a kind of like an indented white arrow, but I thought for the video it'd be a little bit easier to see. And I am using one of the characters, but you have 6 in the Solar Sentinels set. They're double-sided for different options. And a few of them have a star right here. In fact, actually, most of them do in this set. I think 4 out of the 6. And this means you can use them in other sets. So I could take Stellar Blade Isolde and have her go into Victorum or go into Too Many Bones. But somebody like Astral Scout Raven that doesn't have that star, her special ability is keyed to the mechanics in Solar Sentinels and couldn't be used otherwise. So let's get into the play, and we start out by choosing which mission we want to get rid of. So we've got the Harder They Fall, defeat 4 level 2 enemies, which tends to kind of happen naturally, so that's not a terrible one to have first. 5 Strong, apply all 5 dice colors to a single enemy. That's not like the easiest, but not super difficult. Never Surrender. Activate 3 or more enemies in a single activation. That's a terrible thing, but it tends to unfortunately happen anyway. I'll show you how that can happen, where you get more than one enemy at a time. And finally, Scare Tactics. While this is your current mission, you may discard 2 non-mandatory cards from the stacks during the cleanup step instead of 1. So you do get to like trash cards. Actually, you're forced to trash cards from the enemy stacks. And I have to do so 3 times. That's not necessarily that bad. Because usually you don't go through all the stacks. You can fight the boss once one of the stacks is depleted and there's no cards in there. So yeah, out of these, I feel like Never Surrender is the most annoying. So let's ditch that one and have these 3. So right now I'm trying to work on killing some level 2 enemies. And here are my first 3 friends, and referring to the level, you'll see that it's up here, level 2 versus level 1. Also, this guy, the Plasma Blight, has an orange color instead of yellow, and this little kind of like hazard symbol on the right. That shows that they're a mandatory enemy, which means, first of all, in a second when I choose who to fight, I have to pick him. I have to pick a mandatory enemy if there is one. And secondly, the one mission I'd referred to getting rid of cards from the top of the stacks. I can't get rid of any mandatory enemies. So basically, I'm going to have to generally face these people pretty soon. Other things on the enemy, they've got abilities up here. The O means that it's active while they are fighting me. And these are going to like limit things I can do and that kind of stuff. And then generally down here is the reward. If it's a little arrow down like the solar stem or has an infinity symbol like the horde DNA, it's an item. And I can hold items up to my roll stat or strategy. I forget what the thematic name for it is. That's the max number of items I can hold at one time. And you can use items like the solar stem basically whenever you want, except in the middle of rolling dice. But then if enemies like the Lost Sentinel have a lightning bolt, that means that it's an immediate effect when you defeat them. This one is leveling me up, so I definitely want to get that soon. The hearts is how many hits you have to apply to them. Dice can have a miss side where they do nothing, a single hit side, or a critical hit that counts as 2 damage. So like, for example, if I assign those 2 dice here, that'd be 3 damage and he would be defeated. And then each enemy also has a damage value, although with me having exactly 1 life at the start of the game, that's not going to matter too much. And just to look at me and the dice in a bit more detail before we take the first turn. So you've got dice in 5 different colors, and you can see like the little spokes in sort of the gear around them in those icons. That's how many hit faces they have. And this is the same as Hoplomachus if you've played that game. So the yellow dice have 2 spokes, so 2 sides hit. 3 sides hit for green, 4 sides hit for blue, 5 sides hit for purple, and the red die always hits. But for each of those dice, regardless of color, one of the hits is a crit. So a yellow has just as much chance of critting as a red. Now, the character I picked is Galahad the Lancer. He's got the auto javelin ability. Before each exhaust dice step, that's basically after I've killed enemies and suffered damage from them, but before I exhaust my dice, I can return up to 2 committed critical hits. So he's a very, I might die immediately, by the way, and just have to start another playthrough. He's a very risk-reward type character. If he rolls a lot of crits, then he recovers them back quickly. If he doesn't, then he's not doing great. I start with 1 life, so again, any enemy left alive will kill me. I can hold up to 3 items and roll up to 3 times. You'll see how that works in a second. And I recover up to 2 dice, although with my auto javelin ability, if I get lucky with crits, I could recover up to 4 dice, 2 from the ability, 2 from my stat. Now let's walk you through the flow of a round with this first round. This tends to be pretty consistent in the games, but they each have slightly different steps. So first I have to activate 1 enemy, and I have to choose a mandatory enemy if there is one. And if they have any plus skull icons, I keep on activating more enemies, so they kind of bring friends along. Now, in this case, only the Plasma Blight is activatable, and he does not have any skulls. And his ability becomes active immediately right when we activate him. We move into our active area. It says this enemy cannot be defeated unless it has hits from at least 4 different die colors applied to it. Oh, geez, maybe I should have thrown away the defeat 4 level 2 enemy thing and gone for the 5 strong that needs all 5 colors. So yeah, so I got to do 6 damage and him with at least 4 different colors. That's fun. All right, so we'll put him up here, kind of near our die rolling thing. Okay, next we go into the strategy phase, which we can repeat a number of times equal to our strategy stat. So we commit to dice, roll dice, apply dice. Committing dice means we take whichever dice we want out of our pool and we're going to roll them. And once you commit these, generally speaking, outside of special powers, you can't get them back. So they're going to be exhausted whether you end up needing them or not. So if I spent like 10 dice to do 6 damage to this guy, I would just be wasting a bunch of dice and exhausting them. Then you roll the dice. This is not a real roll, by the way. Although that would have actually been pretty good. Then you roll the dice. And you get to apply them to deal their damage. Any dice you don't apply, whether they had hits or not, will need to be re-rolled the next time you go through the strategy phase. Okay, so I can hit him with any dice I don't want to re-roll, and then I could commit more dice, like, ooh, I've got 2 strategy left out of my 3, so I'm going to grab some green dice, and then I'll roll them, and ooh, I got that. Okay, this is pretty good. I should stop rolling fake. So you can keep on bringing more dice in, but you can't put dice back. You have to roll all the ones that haven't been applied to an enemy yet, whether they hit or not. And that's the basic idea, and then you're going to exhaust all of them. All right, so anyway, let's actually play. So I can repeat that strategy phase up to 3 times. And I need at least 4 colors. Let's grab 5 plus an extra purple. That's 6 dice. Well, I guess I'm being kind of wasteful there. Maybe I don't need the extra purple. Let's see if we can get lucky with some crits. Okay, so it is my first strategy phase. I'm committing 5 dice. I'm going to roll them. Remember, I need to get hits from at least 4 different colors. I'm really hoping for those crits so that Galahad's ability will activate. And all right, I just realized when I roll them, the way I had the thing, you can't actually see where the dice go because they go too far north. So I did, oh, this is actually a great roll. So I got 2. So remember, I have to apply any ones I don't want to re-roll. I want to get a bunch of different colors. So 3, 4, so I need 2 more damage. and at least one more color, which the red will already take care of. So I have 2 more rolls. The red will never miss, so I might as well re-roll it and hope for the crit. And that would give me my 4 colors. And then I still have the green. So I'm not going to commit any more dice. This is my second strategy phase now. I'm hoping for a crit, or at least a hit on the green. Let's see what happens. Okay, now I'm in danger, though. Because, remember, the crit is 2 damage, and the basics are 1. So that's 4. If I add the red, that's 5. So I got to get something more in here. All right, it's very wasteful, but I don't want to die because this would be the first enemy. So I'm grabbing 2 more greens. So now I'm rolling these 4 dice for my final strategy phase. Still not applying the red because I might get a crit with it. And, oh my gosh. Okay, that was as close as it could get. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The enemy is immediately rotated to show it's dead because, again, sometimes you'll be fighting multiple enemies. And then we finish up the round. So first we suffer damage from anybody left alive, which would have been 2 damage, but I killed that guy. Thank God. Can we do any after effects? And yeah, I can show you because this one just came up on the new enemy that was revealed, the rock squid. It's got like a little double arrow symbol like this. And these abilities happen during the after effects stage, whether or not the enemy was killed. Holy crap, that guy has 4 damage. So whether you kill them or not, it's going to happen. It's unavoidable. But all right, so none of those for now. All right, then I exhaust my dice. But remember, before the exhaust, and by the way, these are getting exhausted too. Before the exhaust dice phase, I get to pull up to 2 crits back to my pool. So I'm just getting 1 blue die back. Yay. Would have liked more, but didn't have the luck. Okay, but all the rest get exhausted, which is all 6 of these. So they are now out in their own area. But I do get to recover up to my recover stat, which is currently 2. And not much reason at this point not to get the best one, so I'll get the red and the purple back. Then the final 2 steps, if anyone had item rewards, I gain them, and then I'm going to discard all the active enemies. This is important, even if I didn't kill everybody, as long as I survive their damage, they still get discarded. And then I have to discard 1 non-mandatory enemy from these stacks. So item first, and this was a kind of a cool one, it combos well with my ability, Horde DNA. This means I can use it over and over again. Once per round, you may exhaust 1 die from your dice pool to change a hit into a critical hit, which is clearly a beautiful thing with the auto javelin. So by the way, this is what my dice pool is down to. I've got these exhausted. And that was a level 2 enemy I defeated. So I'm now 1 out of 4 toward the harder they fall. I'm not sure if I already said this, but I cannot progress on these other ones until I do this one. So yes, I used 5 different colors on that enemy I just killed, but it doesn't matter for 5 strong until the harder they fall is gone. Now, you can throw this away at any time and just give up the fact that the enemy will have an extra minion, which I guess I could do here, but I'm hopeful I can do the 5 strong again in a future combat. But like I said, I have to finish out the rounds. I have to throw away one of these guys. So let's see. Slaying Mantis. Oh, crit steal 0 damage. That guy's like actively against my special ability. Although he does give me +3 hearts from an item, which would be good since I'm dying here. Okay, Lost Sentinel. You cannot use green dice against him. Not hard besides that. Ooh, and he permanently gives you +1 to your recover stat? That's ridiculous. And or discard a non-mandatory enemy from the top of any stack. I don't know if I'd want to do that, but yeah, he's not too hard to kill either. I think he's going to be my winner. But then finally, the rock squid. So remember, this ability with the arrows, this after effect, resolves whether I kill him or not. Flip the top boss card face up. If one is already face up, discard it first. Okay, so we could like get some pre-knowledge of what the enemy's going to be. And then Poison Ink. As an item, defeat and gain the reward from the top card of the leftmost stack. That's kind of cool, but he has 7 life, so... Oh, I should not be able to see that there's another person coming. So I'm definitely going to fight the Lost Sentinel, which... oh, no, sorry, wait, I'm throwing away somebody. I do not want to throw away the Lost Sentinel. Yeah, I mean, this guy seems the least interesting, so let's kill him. And yeah, I did kind of see that, but I didn't want to cheat by accidentally glimpsing what the color was beneath. So this guy's gone forever. Well, not forever. You do shuffle all the defeated enemies and such when you draw for the boss's guard. Oh, God, help me. Drone alone. It's got a plus skull, which means that it's going to bring a friend. But yeah, we're going into round 2, and I have to pick them for my little activation step. So I activate them. And then because they have a skull, I have to activate somebody else. And if another orange enemy had been revealed by activating this guy, I would have to activate them. But as it is, I can pick anybody I want. And oh, wow, another one that can give me a recover stat. Okay, if this enemy is defeated, banish all dice applied to it. It's not too bad. So banish means the die is gone forever. But still, he's only a single life, which means versus the drone alone and him, I'll only have to do 5 damage. The Lost Sentinel not letting me use green dice is a little bit annoying. By the way, these abilities are canceled the second that the enemy is killed. So like if I killed this guy with some dice first, then I could suddenly in the next strategy phase bring in some green dice to try to kill him. But yeah, I'm going to go for the discreet hole and have a little bit of an easier time. Oh, no, oops. Drone alone has an ability. In each roll dice step, count the number of rolled misses. Oh, take the same number of rolled hits and re-roll them. So I have to get my hits twice. Okay, that's a bummer. But let's not forget, as I commit my dice, that I can bring back up to 2 crits and not have to recover them. And that once per round, I can exhaust any die from my pool to turn a hit into a crit. Okay, so let's see. I want to, if possible, kill the Discretal with a yellow, the worst dice, so that when I banish it, it doesn't hurt me too much. I definitely want to bring in my best dice to not trigger the drone alone ability too much. How much damage do I do? I need 5 damage. So let's start with these 4 dice for my first strategy phase and kind of see how things go. All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, that was bad. So for each miss, I have to reroll hits. Now the red. Oh, actually, that was better. Thank you. So I'm definitely gonna put the crit on the drone alone. But I can't kill him yet, and I definitely want to keep re-rolling the red. It's going to help to counter his ability there. I didn't get a hit on the yellow, which I was hoping for the Discretal. All right, so we're going to grab an extra. Well, I guess an extra yellow is going to make me re-roll more hits. Maybe that's a bad idea. We're going to grab an extra purple for our second strategy phase. Remember, we have one more after this, and see what happens. Okay, so I do have to re-roll one hit. I'll just re-roll the red because that won't hurt me at all. Okay, so I can easily kill the drone alone now. Let's do that. So that's a second crit. So he's dead, which means, by the way, I immediately, because it's a lightning bolt, get to either increase my recover stat by 1 or recover 3 dice. Definitely going to increase the stat. Oh, and I forgot about the Horde DNA. I don't think I need it, but I could have used it. All right, and now I'm going to commit one more yellow die. Just hope that I hit with one of them. The drone alone doesn't have the thing that's making me reroll anymore. All right, come on. Come on. Dang it, dang it. Okay, it's fine. Crud. Okay, I can't let him do 2 damage or I'll die. So yeah, I'm going to throw away a purple die. Maybe I should have rolled a green or something. So I do kill him and immediately get +1 recovery. That's a 4 now. Wow. Between my auto javelin and that, I'm getting back a ton of dice. It's going to be great. Now I just need to get my life up. All right, but sadly, this die is banished forever. I'm down a purple die. That's not great. These are... No, that's right. Before I exhaust, I can pull back both of these because they were crits. And then these exhausted ones go with my other exhausted, but now I can bring back 4 of them. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, all the best colors. So I only have 3 exhausted dice now. It's pretty great after that fight. And sadly, yeah, neither of these was a level 2, so I don't get anything else for them. And they just go away. They're not items since they're just a lightning bolt and instant effect. So that brings us to the end of round 2. And I'd still like to kill the Lost Sentinel and get my recovery up even more. Let's get 6 dice back every time. The Slaughter Maw... So I give 2 extra enemies, and only 1 enemy can be defeated in each applied dice step. Yikes. But he is a level 2, which would help my quest. And what's his item? Slaughter Floss. Each time you defeat a level 2 enemy, you may heal 1. Ooh. Oh, it's really good. Maybe I don't throw him away. Maybe I throw away the Slaying Mantis? I still hate because of his countering of crits. So yeah, let's get rid of him for the required one. And we go into round 3. Oh, we got a Lunar Sentinel, another level 2. 8 life, but recover up to 5 dice and or discard a non-mandatory enemy from the top of the stack. Okay. You know what? It's maybe a little crazy, but I'm going to go for the Slaughter Maw. So I got to grab 2 more. And good, nobody mandatory was revealed. This guy, makes you skip the recover dice step. And it can't be canceled because it's got the arrows, but he does heal me 2 right away. And then, yeah, definitely don't want to do the Lunar Sentinel. That's way too much damage, even though he would be another level 2. So let's go for the Lost Sentinel. Try to kill him quickly so the green thing doesn't apply anymore. And then, what is this? If red or purple dice are applied to any enemies, discard the top card from all 3 stacks. Ooh, but bottled water is an item I can use once to recover all blue dice. And he only has 3 life. But the Swarm Apostle isn't that bad. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Swarm Apostle so that if things go terribly, at least I can kill him and get 2 life back to tank the damage from one of the other ones. So only 1 level 2, so I need to kill 2 more. Lunar Sentinel's probably coming up next. We'll see how this goes. All right, looking at abilities, I'm not going to recover any dice except for my little crit ability this round, so that's wonderful. I can't use green dice until this guy's dead, and I can only kill 1 enemy at a time until this guy's dead, although if I kill him, that'll immediately stop applying. So it's 8 life total. I got my Horde DNA thing. Let's see, 8 life total. I can't use green. So let's do all of my best. Oh, that's right. I'm not getting to recover dice. This is not my favorite. Okay, let's do all red and purple. Let's start with like 6 for now and to see what happens. Really hoping for some crits here. So this is strategy phase 1. One of my dice ran away, so let's throw that in. Okay, so I did get a crit. It's an awesome start. That's right. I can only kill one enemy each applied dice step. So let's go ahead and kill the Slaughter Maw, so that doesn't apply anymore. Now, he also doesn't get me anything yet because it's an item, and you only get items at the very end of the combat. All right, so then I could kill one of the other ones, but the purples are only going to miss on one side, and then they have a chance to crit. The red, kind of the same thing. Let's not forget, by the way, that I can exhaust this yellow die that I left in my pool to be able to change one hit to a crit, which would then, even with me not getting recover phase, get like one of these dice back. So I'll definitely do that if things don't go well. But for now, should I just reroll all of these again? Sure. See what happens. So, ooh, yes. Okay, that's a purple crit. Who do I want to kill more? I guess the guy that won't let me use green dice is worse. Although if I don't kill the guy that gives me health, and then if he survives, well, I'm not going to let him survive, right? So we'll do bam, bam, and kill the Lost Sentinel, which means we immediately get our recover stat up to 5 with my auto javelin. That's ridiculous. And then additionally, I can discard a non-mandatory enemy from the top of any stacks. I don't want to do that because I'm a little bit worried that I'll like run out of things to do my missions. All right, and then I do have one more roll phase. All right, so with my Horde DNA usage in the bag, I would really have to roll 2 misses here to not be able to kill the guy. I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll use my last strategy phase and just go for it. Ooh, nice. So I don't have to exhaust a die for the Horde thing. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter what. I can just apply all of them. So that guy is defeated, and we immediately get to life. We are not dying quite yet, although we're not going to have very many dice, are we? All right, so I don't have to suffer any damage, but I do skip the recovered dice step because of that guy. Remember, that ability is always resolved. But before I exhaust dice, I get to pull back 2 crits. We'll do the purple and the blue. But then the rest of these are exhausted, along with 3 of my yellows. But I did defeat a level 2 for my mission. That's a 2 of 4. And then I also get the Slaughter Flaunt. Each time I defeat a level 2 enemy, I may gain 1 heart. May. Why would I ever not want to? But that's great. There we go. Mission 2 progress. Just to show briefly how things stand, I've got 3 life, 3 strategy, 5 recover, and I can use both of these over and over again. And I do have 2 of my 3 max items, unless I can raise that stat up. All right, now I have to throw somebody away. Definitely not going to get rid of the Lunar Sentinel. I need to be killing some more level 2s. The Lotsa Larva. Oh my gosh, 2 more people. You can't use purple, or at least can't put them on enemies until you kill them. Okay, and then the Replicator. When gaining an instant reward, gain the reward a second time. I mean, that's definitely very good for like leveling up. But yeah, lots of larvae. You're kind of the worst. I am definitely emptying this pile out a lot faster. All right, now we got still these 2, and then the Enthralled Cores would add an extra person. In the roll dice step, if you roll 2 or more misses, discard this enemy for no reward. So they're not very tough, but do I want them? Dowsing Antenna. Exhaust 1 die from your dice pool to set the life value of one or 2 enemy to 2. Oh my gosh. Wow. That would like turn the Lunar Sentinel into a lunar pushover. But I really like the idea of killing the Lunar Sentinel right now. He lets me recover up to 5 dice, and I certainly have them to recover. If I don't kill him, he's only doing 2 damage, which won't kill me, although I guess the Enthralled Cords wouldn't either. But yeah, I'm going to go for the Lunar Sentinel and just hope that the limited number of dice I have is enough to kill him. All right, so I need to do 8 damage. Hoping for some crits. I'm going to leave the yellow there to use Horde DNA. And let's pull in 6 dice to start. See how things go. I mean, I could also just not commit any dice and let him hit me for 2 damage and then recover a ton. But I would like to kill another level 2. That would give me a life back. That would... And his ability that lets me recover dice kind of makes me think I should try to kill him. And also it's for my mission. So let's go. All right, so there's 6 to start. Let's see how things go. No special powers. Oh, awesome. Okay, so I got that. I'm going to apply anything that's blue or worse right away because I might not roll a hit again. All right, so that's 4 damage out of 8 already. Not bad at all. Ah, crud. You know, I think I'm going to add in 2 more green for this next roll. I still have the 1 yellow, though, to use the Horde DNA, turning something into a crit. Here we go. Oh, well, there we go. That was more than I needed, I guess. Oh, that's right. If I turn something into a crit, I can recover it. So you know what? I am going to exhaust my yellow, go straight to the exhaust pile to turn this into a crit, so I can use my auto javelin. And yeah, then I have way more than enough. So I immediately can recover up to 5 dice and or discard a non-mandatory enemy. For the recovering 5 dice immediately thing, we're going to grab all of those and just leave the 3 yellows out. And I can throw away somebody, but I don't really want to. Okay, then I exhaust these dice with a 3 yellow from before, but I've got a 5 recovery. So where are my best ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So actually, yeah, I'm not in a terrible place. Because I killed a level 2, I floss with his guts, I guess, and get my hearts up to 4. And I also am at 3 out of 4 level 2 minions defeated for the harder they fall. Almost there. Okay, now I have to throw away somebody. I kind of still like the idea of killing the enthralled core. The war sport just lets me recover extra stuff. They're not too bad. Oh, and the roll dice step misses from previous strategy phases are not re-rolled. Oh my gosh. So he could just like eat up my dice. And then this one would force me to discard everybody. Although I do like the bottle of water. I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually going to get rid of the war sport. He seems more troublesome than he's worth. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Defeatal. And he's a level 2. So what's he do? A max of 3 dice can be committed. Oh, and each commit dice step. Oh my gosh. And he's got 5 life? How do I kill this guy? But Solar Sacrifice. Banish a die from your dice pool to deal damage to a 1 or 2 enemy equal to the number of hit sides on the banished side. Oh, okay. So if I banished a purple, I'd do 5 damage automatically. I don't like banishing things, though. So Defeatal, I do like that you're a level 2, but nothing else about you is interesting to me. I'm going to fight the Enthralled Core. Oh, crud. I was thinking I'd pick whatever came up beneath him, but that also has a +1. Okay, and the Massive Maggots. Whatever. Oh, and there's another level 2, although if I kill the Massive Maggots using any red or purple, either of these people, then I would have to discard the top card of each deck. All right. So I need 8 damage. If I get 2 or more misses, this guy just dies automatically. And as cool as the dowsing antenna is, I'd kind of just like to have the bottled water. So yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to... I don't really want to discard all those people. So I think I'm going to try to kill just the mess of maggots with some crud dice. With 3 blues, let's say. Especially since the bottled water can get them all back. And I'm going to hopefully roll some misses to get the enthralled core to run away. In fact... let's do 3 blue and a green. 3 blue, a green, and a yellow. Let's just start with this. Okay, so this is my first strategy phase. Here we go. And darn it, I only got 1 miss. All right, so I will crit him because I can get it back easily. And then for my second strategy roll, I'm going to add a yellow just to try to get the 2 misses to get rid of that guy without fighting him. Come on! Why am I... well, I guess I can kill him. I might as well, all right? But then I'm worried about not killing that guy. All right, so let's I don't really know what to do here. Let's finish off the mess of maggots there. And then I'm gonna roll all these and just hope to miss. Okay, last strategy phase, otherwise he'll do a damage to me, which is just 1, who cares? Come on, why am I so good? All right, so yeah, he's just gonna hit me for 1 and then get discarded anyway. Not the worst thing in the world. So I'm down to 3, not the worst. But then I've got a lot of exhausted dice, and I get 5 back. So blues and a couple greens, I guess. And yes, I'm about to get some bottled water that I could use to get all my blues back, but that sounds more like a boss item to use near the end. I know those guys were a level 2, but I do have to throw somebody away. Now I've got a lot of level 2s. What's this guy do? If you suffer any damage in this engagement, suffer damage step, add a skull to the next engagement. Oh my god! Recover all of my dice? Dude, gutter die. You gotta gutter die. Although, he's got 8 life, which makes me think maybe I leave him alive until I finish my kill 4 level 2s, like the Defeatal. And then I could probably get 1 die of each color on this guy, like my next mission has, since he has so much life to take it. So with that being the case, let's throw away the Crater Creeper. Oh, whoops. There goes my plan. Oh, but that's okay. This guy's level 2. So I have to fight him. What's he do? Max of 2 dice can be applied to this enemy, so I need to get crits. That's interesting. Okay, Ichor of Truth. Oh, but he has 0 damage. But I still have to kill him for my mission if I can make it happen. In the roll dice step, re-rolling unapplied hits from previous strategy phases is optional. Oh, that's interesting. So I could like keep hits and not... I mean, it's not the best item. I'll probably throw it away. But still, let's fight this guy. And with my Horde DNA, I'm in a pretty dominant spot here because all I got to do is get 1 real crit to get 2 damage, and then I can turn another die into a crit. But I do still need 1 real crit. So, is this too many dice? Because I do want to kind of try to recover some of my old ones. What if I just did 3 and hope for that crit? Come on, here we go. So first strategy phase. I can always add more. That's not it. Well, crud, if I'm hoping for a crit, I don't care what kind of dice it is. So why do I even roll purples? Here, I'm going to add in blue and a green. All right, second strategy phase. Here we go. Crud. Well, it doesn't hurt me at all. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to go for it. Here we go. Third strategy phase. Oh, wow. Didn't even need to use my item. Okay, boom. Cool. So he's defeated. We'll talk about the Ichor of Truth or the Ichor of Truth in a second. I get both of these back from my Auto Javelin. And then here I'm just adding in all my exhausted ones. I can get 5 back. Now, if I'm going to do the 5 color thing, I want to get 2 yellows. That's 2 purple, 2 greens, I think that's 4, and a purple. So now I've got like 2 or 3 of each. So I should have more options for that 5 color thing. And then the Ichor of Truth is kind of cool, but oh, I defeated a level 2 baddie, right? Yep, so I go up to 4 life. Yeah, I was going to say, the Horde DNA is awesome. Slaughter Floss is awesome. And Bottled Water is great, because I have a lot of blue dice I could recover. So, yeah, I'm not going to take this. Again, I can't hold it because my strategy stat is only 3, and I've already got 3 items. I could throw away one. I could even use one, so I could, like, use Bottled Water, get the blues back, and then immediately grab this one. But I'm just going to say I'm throwing it away. But that was my 4th level 2 enemy, so now I need to count this anymore. I need to apply all 5 dice colors to a single enemy. No problem. All right, so we got to throw somebody away before we go into the next round. Yeah, the Defeatel's kind of dumb. Let's get rid of him now. Oh, crud. I want to get the Gutter die. Okay, Total War Spore. Roll the 3 weakest dice committed this engagement. If you roll at least 2 hits, banish a purple. Oh. So I need to use some crud dice so that hopefully I won't roll hits on them, like 2 yellows if possible, because I don't want to banish another purple. I already lost one. And what's their item? Scorch Moon Policy. What? Minus a recover when gained. But at the end of each strategy phase, return all committed misses. Oh, that's really nice. So you don't like almost ever overpay. But I'd rather just have recovery. Well, either way, I got to fight this guy. That's fine. All right, he needs 5 hits. But remember, I have to roll the 2 weakest dice. So I'm definitely committing to yellows. And then I'll go with some like actual goodness to kill him. That might be enough. Let's start there for our first strategy phase. All right, and here we go. Oh my Jesus. Wow. Good job, Mike. Yeah, I think I'll stop there. So that's already dead. And then I do have to re-roll, or sorry, no, he's dead. But I do have to roll these 2 and hopefully not get hits on both of them. Beautiful. So I did not have to banish a purple. I'm definitely not going to take Scorch Moon Policy. So I am returning these 2 with my Auto Javelin. And then, wow, I'm going to be in a strong position. I get 5 back. I'm going to get 3, 4, because I still want to do that multicolor thing. And I guess yellow's the hardest one to hit with, so let's go there. Another level 2 bites the dust. 5 life. I'm super happy with the Slaughter Floss. I am the most dentally hygienic Auto Javelin wielder in the world. All right, so coming back here, once again, I want to kill the Gutter die with 5 colors. The Hurdle has 6 life, and has another person get gain? No, we're getting rid of him. Okay, so now we go into the next round, and yeah, Gutter die. Oh, that would finally give me another strategy, though. But I want to get my quest done, so I'm going to do the Gutter die. Here we go. So if I take any damage, which since he's the only person I'm fighting would just mean if he survives, I'd have to draw another enemy in the next round. But if I kill him, I can get this Portafort and recover all of my dice. And the big thing is I want to hit him with every die color. All right, so to that end, probably just 1 purple's enough. I'm going to use the water, so I might as well throw my blues in. Well, actually, no, let's not throw all my blues in. Let's do that many. 2 yellows. Maybe 1 green? I don't know, it seems like overkill, but let's see what happens. All right, so this is my first strategy phase. Okay, so I got a crit. Good, I got a yellow. I might as well commit them both, why not? I got a green, so I just need that blue. All right, so second strategy phase, I'm going to keep the red in to hopefully crit with it. What the devil? Okay, add another blue in. How much damage do I still need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 3 more damage. Oh, so I guess... Oh, no, I can still use my, like, exhausted die to turn a hit into a crit thing. So I should be okay. And, whoa! That was more than I needed. Okay. That's every color, though, right? Red, purple, blue, green, yellow. Yay! So he is ultra dead. And definitely his ability about me suffering damage is not happening. I get to take 2 dice back from my Auto Javelin. Now, these are all my exhausted dice, but I got a little trick here. I'm going to, for my 5, get none of the blues except for the one I have to, because I have to, not enough dice exhausted. Because I'm about to get this Portafort that recovers all my dice, and I can only hold 3 items, but you can, again, use items basically whenever you want. I'm going to use this, once these have been exhausted, to get all my blues back, And then I can hold the Portafort, which is going to be ridiculous for fighting the boss, right? Just getting all my dice back after going ham on some people. And yeah, luck is definitely on my side. That was another level 6, so I'm up to max life. The only thing I'm kind of missing is strategy, and I have every die in my pool except for the one purple that got banished earlier. All right, and 5 strong. Another mission down. So all we have left is scare tactics. So while this is the current mission, you may discard 2 non-mandatory cards from the stack during the cleanup step instead of 1. Do so in 3 different engagements. So if I throw away at least 2 enemies now, 2 enemies next time, 2 enemies after that, I'll be good. So yeah, let's. I just want to keep the guy that gives me strategy. I don't really care what he does. So let's get rid of you and you. And I'm ready to go, and yeah, I'm fighting you, because I want more strategy. I don't really care about the items. I already have some really good ones. Now, I should look at what his ability does, though. Hits can only be applied to enemies in matching colored pairs. Oh, so I literally can't use my red. And I'm not too worried about over-committing here, so I'm getting pairs of dice, and we'll hope that some of them hit. Boom! Whoa! Oh, that does do it. Yeah. So I immediately get another thing. And they did say you can apply, like, more dice to people. But yes, my strategy goes up to 4, so I have 3 more rerolls because I want to try to get some crits here to recover more dice. Okay, so that was 1. The rules would say you can do more damage to people, although once they're defeated, maybe you can't. Yeah, it says you can apply dice to defeat enemies if you wish, even after they're dead. Just check the rules. So what was that? That was, I think I have 1 or 2 rolls left to try to get a crit. Okay, no worries. So I get that bone back with the auto javelin. Oh, I'm getting them all back anyway. Who cares? Yeah, with my 5 recover. And bye-bye. Thanks for the strategy. And then I want to throw away 2 more people for my mission. Then I got to do that one more time. I can hold another item now. So let's see. While the exhausted area contains 8 or more dice, hits on blue deal 2 damage. With all my things, that seems unlikely. I'm not going to exhaust that many. After each recover dice step, you may recover 1 yellow or 1 green. God, I'd have all the recovery in the world. Okay, so bye-bye Bevolver, and bye-bye Gutterfly. And yeah, guess what? Crater Stalker. Oh, we gotta do that one more time, by the way, to complete the last mission. You are my boy. All right, so in the roll dice step, -1 heart for each die color that rolls 2 or more hits. Well, you know what that calls for? Some diversity in colors. So it can't possibly happen. Oh, that was a bad roll. I'll keep the blue hit. I've got 3 more rolls now, so I might as well go for all the rest of these. Heck yeah. Okay, so I've still got 2 more rolls. We'll keep the purple in and see if we get another crit. There we go. Wow, good job, yellow. All right, so we definitely recover everything because we only use 5 dice. Don't even need to worry about the auto javelin. And I am indeed going to take this one so I can get an extra yellow and green, which might matter in the boss fight. Clearly, I have enough recovery already right now. And yeah, honestly, I think I'm about ready to fight the boss. I'm pretty stacked up. Oh, looks like the game is going to oblige me because I can throw away 2 people. 1, 2. I think I can do the same pile. So I'm allowed to fight the boss now. And just in time because I completed scare tactics. So what the hey, let's go. I'm going to shuffle all the enemies back in. They'll become the minions for the boss. They aren't getting the extra minions because no missions were left incomplete. And by the way, I am playing on the standard difficulty. I could have had more missions and I think dice exhausted or even banished at the start of the game. Yeah, you can make the game as ridiculous as you want. Oh my god, Drake said it. Banish 1 die or exhaust 3 die for each extra level. So I'm playing at basic Solar Soldier. So I'd have to do 4 missions and banish a die or exhaust 3 at the start. Next to level 5 missions, banish up to 2 dice or exhaust up to 6 dice. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how you would ever win those higher levels, but I'm doing fine for the easiest one. Or am I? Let's see which boss I got. I never got to scout them at all. The Swarm Lord. So 3 enemies, 9 life, 3 damage, while any other enemies are undefeated. Hits deal 0 damage to the Swarm Lord. Yeah, so some of them you can just kind of rush and kill if you're lucky. This one is going to require me to defeat everybody else first. And I'm taking all of the enemies, and they are all eligible for this brawl, although any skulls on them will not affect the final battle. Okay. And we got 2 level 2s. This is not the best draw ever. Let's see what abilities apply. Max of 5 dice can be committed to this engagement. Max of 2 dice can be applied to enemies in each applied dice step. Okay. And now the nice thing is I don't have to kill them all in a single round. I just have to survive their damage, and then they'll all stick around, which is not how it normally works. Normally you discard everybody, and I'll have a chance to recover my dice and stuff and then do it again. But yeah, the limitations on using dice and hitting people, those are super annoying. These guys need to die. And oh, Jesus, more than I realized, because there's a lot of damage. And I don't think you can use items as you're taking damage. Like they say you can use them whenever you want, except during the roll dice fest. So could I say I take 3 damage from one enemy and then use a healing item? Not that I have any. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So the most I can commit is 5 dice. So we're starting with our best ones. Yeah, I just need to kill that guy or that guy. I mean, I don't know which one is worse. They both suck. Ooh, that was a good roll. Okay, perfect, perfect. Let's take some people down. So what can a max of 2 dice can be applied to enemies in each applied dice step. So let's smack-a-dack this guy so his thing stops applying. I can now commit more dice, make sure I get those crits. Well, actually, I don't want to lose the crit I rolled. So let's do that for the 2 dice I am applying. Because I'll probably roll these again, and then once I kill these guys, I can really go crazy. Okay, so with that, I'm still only allowed to. Oh, I can still only have these dice, but I have 3 more rolls. Okay, I need to kill these guys ASAP. So second roll, awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm actually gonna kill this guy immediately. I can apply more than 2 dice, which means I can finish off this guy, and now, oh baby, let loose the dogs of war! Because we going all out. All right, Mortis or Tortis or whatever your face is, you're going to die. Okay, this is my third roll, by the way. Oh, that's 4. Okay, geez. Yeah, oh, I should have saved one back for my Horde DNA power. Whatever. Okay, so that's... What are the worst ones? 5, 6, 7. And I get to immediately... Oh, heal 2 or recover 2 dice. Neither of those apply. All right, and I might... Well, yeah, I guess... yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, and final attack. Oh my gosh! Boom! Crit, crit, crit! Wait, did I kill him? Did I kill him? Oh my gosh! I mean, it would have been fine. The thing is, let's say I hadn't done that well, any damage on him would have gone away. So I would have had all these dice exhausted, but then I could have gotten 2 crits back with my javelin. Oh my god! I could have used my where is it? My mini terraformer would have gotten a yellow and a green back. My portafort would have gotten all my dice back. So I would have had literally my entire dice pool to kill this guy. But still, that was better. That was better. So yeah, I probably should have upped the difficulty at least 1. Although the game can be really swingy. I'll talk about this in my review. Like sometimes you just don't get good combos or don't get things that will help you out much. In this case, I got some of my favorite stuff very early, like the what was it? The Horde DNA to combo with auto javelin from the start was awesome. Slaughter Floss was excellent. And really, the biggest thing was probably that I got a ton of recover level ups very early. In some games, I've gotten none of those early and have just died a slow death. So, some swing in the game, but I think it's a ton of fun. Again, I'll have a review in a few weeks, kind of talking about the system in general, not any one set specifically. And then, if y'all want, comment and let me know. I could do a Too Many Bones or a Victorum playthrough once I have some time. But that was 20 strong. Again, an early version. These dice aren't looking like what they are going to look like. And this was a review copy that they gave me early at Gen Con. So thanks for watching, everybody. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.